The Amazon River begins its journey high in the Peruvian Andes, originating from a rocky wall on Nevado Mismi at an altitude of 5,179 meters above sea level. Its source is marked by a cross on the ground. The river's initial tributaries are the Marañón, Huallaga, and Ucayali, with the Marañón traditionally considered its primary source. However, the most extensive branch is now recognized as the Rio Apurimac and its tributaries, whose source was identified in 2001 near Nevado Mismi. The river flows through Peru and into Brazil, where it is fed by 220 tributaries, approximately 100 of which are navigable. Upon crossing the Peru-Brazil border, it is called the Rio Solimões. At Manaus, the Rio Solimões meets the Rio Negro, and together they form the Amazon River. This confluence marks the river's greatest depth, reaching 100 meters. The Amazon River's immense discharge of 190,000 cubic meters per second is unmatched, releasing about 6 trillion cubic meters of water annually into the Atlantic Ocean. This volume surpasses the combined flow of the world's 7 largest rivers and is 23 times greater than the Volga, Europe's most voluminous river. Near its mouth, the Amazon forms a vast estuary with a developing underwater delta. The river's low gradient across the Amazon basin, 3.8 centimeters per kilometer, links waterways through natural channels. South of Marajo Island, rivers such as the Tocantins and Guama combine to form the Rio Para, which flows into the Atlantic Ocean. The Nile River, a journey through time and geography. The Blue Nile originates from Gishabai, a sacred site in Ethiopia revered by the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Its source consists of 3 small springs located at an altitude of 2,744 meters. The Spanish Catholic missionary Pedro Páez was the first European to visit this area on April 21, 1618. Today, the site is home to a cherished sanctuary, and the stream flows into Lake Tana under the name Lesser Abai. Beyond its famous Blue and White Nile tributaries, which converge in Khartoum, the river also receives water from the Atbara River, another key tributary originating in Ethiopia, north of Lake Tana. Despite its 800 kilometers length, the Atbara River only flows during Ethiopia's rainy season and quickly dries up thereafter. It merges with the Nile approximately 300 kilometers north of Khartoum. The Nile's final stretch is marked by 6 groups of cataracts, with the first located in Aswan and the 6th in Sabaloka, just north of Khartoum. From here, the river forms a vast arc, initially curving southwest before resuming its journey north. Flowing through arid deserts, the Nile reaches Lake Nasser, a massive artificial reservoir formed by the Aswan High Dam, crossing the border between Sudan and Egypt. In Upper Egypt's desert region, the Nile creates a fertile oasis up to 20 kilometers wide, supporting agricultural activities. North of Cairo, the Nile branches into 2 distributaries, the Rosetta and Damietta, which flow into the Mediterranean Sea. These form a sprawling delta covering approximately 24,000 square kilometers, making it one of the most iconic river systems in the world. The Yangtze River, a pillar of Chinese history and culture. The Yangtze River Basin, a cradle of southern Chinese culture, shows evidence of human activity dating back 27,000 years. During the spring and autumn period, its banks were home to states like Ba, Shu, Chu, Wu, and Yu, thriving due to the region's mild climate and agricultural potential. From the Han Dynasty onwards, the Yangtze's economic importance grew steadily. Hydraulic projects like the Dujiangyan transformed it into a stable agricultural hub. By the Qing Dynasty, the Jiangnan region along the Yangtze contributed 1/3 of China's agricultural output. The Yangtze often served as a political boundary between northern and southern China and was the site of historic battles, such as the Battle of Red Cliffs in 208 AD. Cities like Nanjing, situated along its banks, played significant roles as capitals during various dynasties and eras, including as the capital of the Republic of China in the early 20th century. The mighty Mississippi River. The Mississippi River originates in Minnesota, flowing from Lake Itasca through moraines, rapids, and cascades before reaching New Orleans and emptying into the Gulf of Mexico. Along its 3,734 kilometers journey, it traverses 10 states and receives major tributaries like the Missouri, Ohio, and Arkansas rivers. Its vast basin, covering over 3.2 million square kilometers, is the largest in North America and supports over 72 million people. Known for its fertile floodplains and massive alluvial deposits, the river's flow varies with the seasons, reaching an average discharge of 18,000 cubic meters per second at its mouth. The Mississippi's hydrological complexity, shaped by diverse climates and tributaries, has made it a vital waterway and a defining feature of the U.S. landscape. The Yenisei River. One of the world's mightiest rivers, the Yenisei River carves its way through the heart of Siberia, offering breathtaking views and a lifeline to the region. At 5,539 kilometers long, the Yenisei begins in Mongolia, where the Biai-Kem and Kha-Kem rivers meet in the Sayan Mountains. It flows north through vast Siberian landscapes before emptying into the Kara Sea in the Arctic Ocean. On its journey, the Yenisei passes through several major cities, including Krasnoyarsk, known for its hydroelectric dam, and Divnogorsk, a hub of natural beauty and engineering marvels. These cities depend on the river for transportation, fishing, and energy. The Yenisei also draws strength from its tributaries, including the Angara and Tuba rivers, which contribute to its immense power and importance. As the Yenisei winds through Siberia, it stands as a symbol of resilience and natural beauty, shaping the lives of the people who call its banks home.